Hi, and welcome to Whale TV. It's Bob Crawford here at the XL Center, and alongside is Raylen Dziengelewski, who is a defenseman on the Boston Blades Canadian Women's Hockey League team, which is going to be playing a CWHL League game here at the XL Center on January 21st against Team Alberta before the Whale play the Norfolk Admirals at 7 o'clock that night. The women's hockey game is at 3 o'clock. And Rayna, tell us a little bit about the CWHL. I think a lot of folks out there have been excited watching women's hockey at the Olympic level and maybe even the college level. But what's the women's pro game all about at this point?
It's definitely a step up from college. I just graduated last year, and it's fun to finally get to play against girls, or actually with girls that I've played against for so long. And it's an interesting team dynamic. Girls you're supposed to hate all college, you get to play with and befriend, and it's just it's so much faster than college, I've found, and everyone's in it for the right reasons, to train and continue on playing a game they love so much.
Yeah, and women's pro sports in the United States, outside of basketball, has had a tough time really getting a lot of traction, as much as we've seen women's soccer succeed in the World Cup and things like that. But do you see a good future for women's pro hockey at this point?
I think now, especially in the U.S., with the creation of the Boston Blades, with the team starting up, it's definitely going to pick up a lot. And we just need to keep the fan base going and keep people involved, and it should definitely lift off.
It's interesting, you talked a second ago about now playing pro with girls you used to play, women you used to play against in college, and I know that at the minor pro level in men's hockey, oftentimes you'll see guys get traded, and all of a sudden they're really knocking heads, big rivalry on one side, and then they're in the other guy's locker room the next night. With there not being the physical play in the women's hockey games, are the rivalries just as intense?
Oh, I think just as intense, even more. Especially since we have so many Olympians on our team. They play against each other at even a higher level. I don't even know. And so every game there's a couple girls that have played against each other at the national level, and it's always, we want to help out our teammates and get back for anything we've heard about and whatnot, yeah.
Now, those Olympians, do they sort of act as, I don't know if the right word would be heroes or sort of role models to the rest of the players in terms of a goal that everybody would like to achieve if they got a chance?
They're definitely role models. Even some of the girls on our team are older and have been in multiple Olympics, and I know myself, I've grown up watching a lot of them and following their careers, so all of them, it's fun to get to know them on a personal level, whereas they might seem heroes, and now you get to see them as a friend, so it's definitely interesting.
Now, you're from Massachusetts, but certainly not far away, just over the border in Southwick, and you played for the Polar Bears girls hockey program and also at Loomis Chaffee. You feel like this is really your hockey home base here in the Nutmeg State?
Definitely. I mean, driving down here, it was like I was just going to high school or something, and I've been around the area for a while, and I love it, and definitely.
I'm an old man. I go back a long time to when I played hockey as a kid, and it was tough for girls even to find a place to play back then. But when you talk about prep school, you talk about college, it seems as though it's really growing exponentially even now as far as the number of girls who are able to play and the quality of the programs.
Absolutely. In high school, well, eventually I started playing boys hockey, and then you have to make the change over to girls. And even at that time, when I was 13, 14, there weren't as many teams around. And throughout high school and then into college, you just continue to see it raise, and more girls get involved.
And when you talk about a program like the Polar Bears, so many age levels, so many teams, and they run the tournament around holiday time, which is one of the bigger tournaments in the entire country, never mind just in the East. Is there a lot of pride associated with everybody that's been through that program?
Yes, even now, maybe I won't know somebody that well, but I've heard they played for the Polar Bears in the past, and you kind of walk over to them and say which team and which coach you've played for, and it's just everyone loves it, and it was such a great organization to play for, and all the coaches I had, I absolutely loved.
And most of the CWHL games are played in smaller venues, either college rinks or smaller than that. But getting a chance to get out here in a place like the XL Center that I'm figuring as much time as you spend in Connecticut, maybe you've been here a time or two before, how exciting is that for you?
I'm very excited. I actually haven't been here before.
Really?
I haven't, no, unfortunately. Living
Too busy playing your own games.
Yeah, and I was around Springfield Falcons growing up since I started off in mass playing. But it is exciting. A lot of my high school friends or coaches and teachers are actually going to try to come out for the game. So.
Well, it's great to hear, and all the best of luck to you, your teammates, and to the entire league for a lot of success.
Thank you.
She's Raylen Dziengelewski. I hope I got that name right. I think I did it the first time. It's quite a challenge for someone with as forked a tongue as I have. But she and her Boston Blades teammates are going to be here on Saturday, January 21st. That's a CWHL League game between the Blades and Team Alberta starting at 3 o'clock. Then the Whale play the Norfolk Admirals at 7 o'clock. One ticket gets you into both games. So be sure you check that out. Circle that date on your calendar. For ticket information, go to ctwhale.com or call the Whale at 860-728-3366. Thanks a lot.